as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Nick Chubb, the ball carrier.
We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Chubb, the ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was. And
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Julian Okwara able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, McDonald. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's second down and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
The 16-yard line.
Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Seibert's kick is good, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
Makes the score.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Browns 3, Lions 0.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. A nice toss play there to the left. More than enough room to move the chains.
And you know what I love about that play as a broadcaster? Seeing the big guys move. Seeing them get upfield and take out defenders. You know what I hated as a defensive back?
What?
That exact same thing. Seeing those linemen coming downfield, getting ready to blot out the sun.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch.
Complete to Kenny Galladay.
One-handed. Love the effort.
On the play.
Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again. And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mayfield now. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A quick slant to Hill. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
3rd and 9.
Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Mayfield to throw it. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
And the Lions' 1st down.
Here's McDonald off of the play fake. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
29 yards.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7th. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift His first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
At the 36-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again, it's Mayfield. And going deep for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, 77 yards. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Deshaun Hand. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
180. 25 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, 25 to Mike. We go 25 to Mike.
To throw, Mayfield.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, they're on it, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. The point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Here we go. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Here we go. Check. Show it up. Run.
First down, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. This is the tight end, Njoku. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I got one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 3rd and long. McDonald, nowhere to go. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And He knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At the 4-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second and goal from inside the 5. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Now Mayfield. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal.
Check my 40. Check my 40. Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. Hey, Mike. Hey, no. Switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40. Mike 40.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Check 99. Check 99. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
It's third down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. From the gun, it's McDonald. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On first down, McDonald. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Detroit. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Operating from the gun. McDonald eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Ball carrier.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be third and 5.
And it's third down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. McDonald sets to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
Taken down by Grant Delpit.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions add on to their lead. Sly on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Makes the score Lions 31, Browns 10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mayfield. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked by Tracy Walker. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
He'll rifle this, and the defense loses him. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 32 on the play.
Down, Detroit.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, McDonald. Dancing to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided? And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 47, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
By the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, McDonald. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23.
Intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check 52.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Detroit, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.